Wherever you're joining me from around the world, once again a big hello and a very warm welcome to the show. You know, as the death and destruction continues in Ukraine, much of the business world has been separating itself from Putin's Russia and their rubles. In fact, it's thought that over 750 global companies have reduced their operations, some moving quickly to the exit, some half in, half out. But others are choosing to stay put. There are many reasons behind these decisions, but one thing's for sure, the moral compass of business is under the spotlight like never before. Here's the Ukrainian President Zelensky, explaining why to the US Congress last month.
All American companies must leave Russia immediately because it is flooded with our blood. Ladies and gentlemen, members of Congress, please take the lead. If you have companies in your districts who finance the Russian military machine leaving business in Russia, you should put pressure. I am asking to make sure that the Russians do not receive a single penny that they use to destroy people in Ukraine.
So let's remind ourselves of what's been happening here. Since the beginning of the invasion in late February, Western sanctions have effectively shut Russia out of large swathes of the global economy, and some companies quickly followed suit. Petrochemical giants like BP and ExxonMobil led the way, announcing that they were severing joint Russian ventures, costing them billions of dollars. Payments companies like Visa and MasterCard suspended operations, and Hollywood's Disney and Warner Studios halted new releases into Russia. Tech giants like Apple and Google, well, they limited their services. Then came the moves from a number of big professional services firms like Accenture shutting down in Russia and McKinsey suspending operations. And then investment banks like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs saying that they would begin winding down their operations in that country. The Russian main street has been transformed, with many Western shops mothballed as top brands pull down their shutters. American icons like Ben & Jerry's and Starbucks halted their operations. And most symbolic, the closure of McDonald's, a powerful emblem of an open post-Soviet Russia. Many brands that didn't act quickly were slammed in the media, facing pressure from investors, online campaigns, and calls for consumer boycotts. One of the latest to feel the strain and make a move is the French luxury beauty brand L'Occitane. After weeks of pressure for choosing to keep trading, they recently made the call to close all their Russian shops and website, citing the enormous human suffering and escalating military action in Ukraine. Others, facing a backlash, claim to be unable to pull out due to complex legal agreements, which has left them wrestling with a sort of half-exit. Fast food icon Burger King being a case in point, saying that they were unable to walk away from a Russian franchise system, claiming their Russian operator refused to shut outlets. But just how important is foreign business and investment to the Russian economy? In the scheme of things, Russia is a relatively small global economy, with their total economic output for 2020 putting them just outside the world top 10, below South Korea and just above Brazil. And foreign investment, it's a relatively small part of that equation, accounting for less than 1% of the economy in 2020. That number represents a significant fall in international investment into Russia since the annexation of Crimea in 2014. The Russian government has responded to this exodus with hostility, threatening to draft a law that would enable them to nationalize the assets of any foreign companies who choose to leave. But companies taking a stance on the issues of the day is a modern business reality. Just take a listen to this reputational risk expert.
It's a requirement to operate now, to have a stand, whether it's on corporate social responsibility issues, whether it's on issues like the Ukraine-Russian conflict right now, or something as simple as what they're doing in their specific small communities to help that community. It's not just about returns on investment anymore.
For some companies leaving Russia, it's a relatively painless process. For others, it'll be a much harder pill to swallow. Some take the view that geopolitics is no place for business as long as they abide by international law. But many of them are big international names and could face significant blowback. So who are the companies